Ah, je moet wel even een muziekje aanzetten, hè? Nee. Nee. Echt, echt, echt. Oh ja, ik heb hier net de livestream. Ja. Hey.
Hoezo? Ja, tuurlijk, maar wat is dus zo? Wat was zo?
Dat is best wel gaaf. Zie ik nou dat je wat aan het bestellen bent op bol.com? Oh, dat is echt een grappig spel. Ja, dat ken ik.
Nee,
4.
het is select, dus het is gratis verzending volgens mij.
Ja, als je select hebt.
Nee, ja, maar wel zonder.
Hey, wat? Hey, kijk eens naar mijn camera. Ik zet het aan. Moet je zien, hè? Kijk, 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 kijk. Oh ja, ja, dat ook, maar
Zo.
even naar de schilderijen, daar. Hier hebben we mooie Zandvoort en Circuit of the Americas. Ah, kom. Ja.
Die gaat hij even zoeken hoor. Nee, daarboven, daarboven. Daar staat hij. Kijk daar. Poster monkey, ja, denk het. Maar ik ga even vragen hoe laat ik nog ga eten, man.
Volgens mij hoor ik onze stemmen op de stream.
Oké, nou, ik moet 5:15 eten, dus 3 kwartier, dat wordt, dat is denk ik wel gewoon goed.
Hey, moet ik de link even met jou delen, Nathan?
Op de ding. Oh. Ja, je moet je desktop audio uitzetten, gast. Je moet dat ding toch muten? Wacht, dus je hoort mij nu op stream. Oh, fuck iedereen. Ja. Wacht, stream is OBS.
Speelkleed circuit van Zandvoort, dat vind ik wel een hele mooie. Die moeten we hebben.
Nee, volgens mij
Ja,
is
dat
het
deel
oprecht
de
die
link
ene die
even
er
zo.
staat hoor. Die.
Hier. Nee, ik heb een andere. Ik heb met de lights voor mij. Ik heb hem in de overlegchat neergezet.
Jongen, al die fucking spraakkanalen gebruiken we er nooit.
De 40 bij 60. Dat is de grap dus. Nee, nog steeds niet. De fucking auto wordt eerder gereleased dan ik mijn pet binnen heb.
Wat?
Petje.
Oh shit. Ja. Ja, ik ben gelijk. Ja, nu wel.
Waarom
Net
is nou
even.
die van
Nu doet dit, nu doet dit.
Verstappen gewoon. Oh ja, weet je wat er bij mijn bestelling staat?
Nou,
Staat status in process.
aha.
Goeie vraag, dat weet ik niet.
Jongen, op
Wacht,
die
in
max...
ieder geval nog een hoodie, een t-shirt.
Wacht, laten we gaan naar die
Kijk,
stream. Jongen, op die Max Verstappen streamen. Oh. Want die Max Verstappen stream loopt letterlijk meer dan een minuut achter. Nee, tuurlijk niet. Wat denk jij? Zij stream... Nee, tuurlijk niet. Het is gewoon dezelfde source, maar... I don't know. Eén minuut. Oh ja. Waarom hebben we dat nu al wat zo vroeg? Oké. Velletjes doen. Gaan we netjes. Jongens, hype voor Aston Martin livery morgen. Nee joh, waar heb je het over?
Hallo mensies!
Ja.
We zijn hier. RB18 launch.
We hebben nog 8 minuten.
Hype. Nog 8 minuten, we zijn opgelicht.
Oh my god, jongens, de eindtoets voor groep 8 gaat veranderen.
Shit man.
Ga de video kijken.
Daar ben ik zo gehecht aan. Nou, jongens, we are here.
Oh,
Jullie gaan nu onze live reacties zien straks op de nieuwe Red Bull. Maar volgens mij is het een hele livestream of zo, dus ik heb geen verhouden hoe lang het gaat duren. Maar we gaan het zien. En we krijgen denk ik ook wel een nieuwe package te zien en zo. Wacht jongens, voor de ultieme voorbereiding moet je eigenlijk wel even nu in je Red Bull polo gaan zitten. Dus
Ja.
we doen hem even aan,
oh ja. Oké, ja, ik zal het doen.
Dus ik geef iedereen 2 minuten om een Red Bull of Max ding aan te doen.
Doe hem al hier onderaan.
Oké, boys.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, mijn webcam stond aan. Kut.
Echt?
Ja, dat was met webcam.
Ah, lekker.
Hopelijk stond er niet dat ik mijn shirt uitdeed.
Oh ja, ik zie het. Jij hebt je webcam. Oh ja.
Je ziet dat ik mijn
Ja,
shirt
er
uitdeed.
stond wel op dat je een shirt uitdeed. Was je niet eens door dat je webcam aan stond?
Nee, ik dacht dat hij gewoon uitstond.
Oh ja. Lekker,
Zet hem
man.
aan. Zet hem gewoon aan.
Nee man. Stik erin.
Jee, YouTube delay is echt insane. Je zit nu te kijken, dat ding nog een halve minuut achter.
Foe man.
Wat? Ja, ik wil... Huh? Waarom is er een poll, boy? Wie de fuck heeft een poll gedaan?
Ja, sorry, dat was ik.
Ik kan niet...
wilde
Waarom kan ik
even-
niet stemmen?
Ja, ik heb hem net weggehaald.
Sorry.
Ik wilde er iets in zetten, maar...
Zet hem aan. Zet hem gewoon aan.
Nee.
Zit er een pol?
Ja, 0%. Nee, 0%. Kijken, dat ding nog een halve minuut achter. Nathan, waarom heb je op pauze gezet?
Oh,
Nathan, je ziet je Discord op...
Oh, ik heb een nieuwe poll erin gezet.
je ziet je Discord.
Ja, nee, net.
Even een mooie poll erin gezet. Dus
Shit man boys, nu sta ik in mijn blote buik op YouTube. Shit.
Ja.
Nou, voor mij kijkt er letterlijk niemand. Dus of ze kijken niet terug. Maar volgens mij is er niemand. Car leaked.
hey, morgen komt onze eerste podcast online, hè?
Ja, voor de mensen morgen podcast. En dan de donderdag daarna, en dan de vrijdag daarna komt er weer een carrière-mootje. Dus jullie hebben de aankomende 2 dagen genoeg voer om te kijken. Charlie Taylor moet weg. Hij zegt dat Hamilton beter is. Maar dat is niet zo.
Dat is gewoon complete onzin.
Paul.
Ook gewoon. Ja, dat had Jesse gedaan. Er zijn wel hoeveel mensen aan het kijken.
Naar wat?
Ja, maar waarnaar denk je? Oh,
Nu zie je ook dit.
ja, tuurlijk.
Nou jongens, nog 2 minuutjes. Ik hoor iemand hier Oh! Jongens! Oh! Het is een video volgens mij alsnog hoor.
Ja, dit wel.
Dit is geen stream. Oh!
Dat is gewoon van tevoren opgenomen.
Oh, is Christian Horner een beetje veranderd of zo?
It's really intense. Glad I learned that. Go get the drivers.
Oh, we gaan naar de coureurs.
Ready? Where's Max?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, kijk.
Oh.
Oeh. Is dat hem al? Ik denk het niet toch? Nee, er zijn helemaal geen sponsors op joh.
Is dat hem al?
Je weet het nooit hè, je weet het nooit. Er staan geen sponsors op, wat is dit nou weer? Dat vind ik wel mooi, gewoon geen sponsors op staan. Chocoladebroodje man. Max is weer een beetje laat. Kijk! Hoppatee!
Oh, Max again.
So is it true that you're the Mexican Minister of Defense?
Jullie kunnen het geluid toch horen?
Yeah, I've heard that. It's cool.
Jazeker.
Mooi. Hype. Nog 30 seconden boys. Enge clip. Sporten. 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Dit gaat niet heel lekker met de Discord delay.
Ik heb wel gelijk, ik wil niet veel zeggen, maar...
Daar is die boys. Ja, die is niet helemaal lekker met de Discord delay.
Oh, blijkbaar staat het seizoen nu.
opportunity and he's going to be in that car. But rest assured, he is in the building now so we can get on with the show, right, Gendel?
And what a show we have in store, Tim. We are honoured to welcome you
Het is wel
to Red
live.
Bull Racing
Ja.
HQ to launch the new RB18 car for the 2022 Formula One season. It is a car launch with a difference.
Yeah, that is right. We're going to be streaming to over 5,000 fan channels around the globe in multiple languages. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to be welcoming in Christian Horner, Checo Perez, and of course, the reigning F1 World Champion Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen.
Ahead to the next year of racing.
Max Verstappen.
Oeh, dat is een mooie helmpie.
Incredible season. The final race had everything. And after a nail-biting 58 laps, we saw Max bring home the driver's trophy.
RB18 kartie.
Again, as we step into a new era of F1, our 18th season on the grid.
Yeah, last season Red Bull Racing pulled out all the
Komt nu al er komt een teaser. Maar dat is nog niet denk ik de echte review. Dan zie je gewoon een klein stukje.
fans all around the world.
De auto is goud, ik voel het. Er zit iets gouds in de auto.
It's going to be all about you too. We'll be sharing your questions throughout and your messages of support with the drivers.
You might even
Oeh, daar is ook...
hidden code somewhere in the
Is dat
show.
Perez helm daarnaast?
You can then use on the paddock, the free loyalty program you'll find online to unlock unique experiences and incredible rewards that will bring you closer to Red Bull Racing than ever before.
Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for those. Make sure that you sign up to the paddock right now at redbullracing.com/the paddock to get ahead of the game with exclusive access to competitions and prizes.
We also have some massive news to share, including big changes to the car and a huge announcement about the future of the team. But don't just take our word for it. No, don't. Let's hear it from the drivers.
Oeh.
Hi everyone and welcome to our
Supermax!
season launch.
We're really happy
Oracle Red Bull
to
Racing.
see our
Nieuwe...
new RB18 car. We were blown away
Oh, het is een Oreco Red Bull race. Nee joh. Ziek,
and
ziek.
felt your passion both in the grandstands and from your messages on social media.
Let's make 2022 another great year and I can't wait to see you all at racing.
Ik vind de Polo nu al ziek.
Thank you for all your love and support and I hope you
Die komt zeker in huis.
Ik vind het een beetje...
Ah, dat was hem vorig jaar. Dit was hem vorig jaar hoor. Jij hebt ik net nog even teruggekeken.
The hybrid era of Formula 1 has been
Vorig jaar was wel een jaartje hoor.
but as sure as you're winning in Formula 1, there's a team that's hungry and
Imola.
structuring in a way to take that crown away from you.
Oh, mijn hart gaat al gewoon bonken als ik dat geluid hoor.
Ja, dit maakt me wel hyped hoor.
the 2 home races at Austria. It has been the most exciting year in my career, you know, being able to come to a race weekend knowing that if you do things right you can end up winning.
Oh, Frankrijk.
Everybody back on the campus in Milton Keynes, also our colleagues at Honda, the culmination of all of that we could have never dreamt of coming into this season.
It's a remarkable journey. Every Grand Prix has been a stepping stone towards being in this position.
We're an attacking team, we want to win. You can see that in Max, you can see that throughout the team in our pit stops, in our strategy, in our development. That's the way we go racing, that's our DNA.
You are the world champion. Car review.
Een momentje.
I don't know about you, but
Ja, zeker, zeker.
all the drama and excitement for me again. 22 races over a grueling 9 months. It is safe to say that our boys really delivered.
Oh yes, and now we get to do it all again. New circuits, new regulations, and of course, a brand new car. I'm like a kid in a candy store, we cannot wait, can we?
I know, so exciting. But before we take a peek at the RB18, we wanted to get you, the fans, to have your say. Now, we've had thousands of messages of support for the upcoming season and thought, what
Oh, daar gaat een mooi trofeetje.
through your words?
Oh. Wat zien we hier?
Die car teasertje.
Nee, dit is met
Dit is niet de auto natuurlijk, dat weten jullie
is met allemaal dingen erop van wat de fans hebben gezegd.
van fans.
Nee, maar dit bedoelen ze met een teaser. Waarschijnlijk.
Nee, natuurlijk niet.
Ik denk het. Go
Teaser
get it,
is dat je
Max!
een van sneak peek krijgt van de echte nieuwe auto. Zeg maar.
Ja.
Het is voor zover ik kan zien niet echt een nieuwe auto.
Nou. Nee. En dan is het wel een hele rare auto.
Wat denk jij? Natuurlijk is het niet de nieuwe
Je
auto.
weet het nooit, je weet het nooit. Nou, wat staat daar? Oracle. Gaat er nu heel groot Oracle op de zijkant staan? Ik heb het gevoel dat dit een car review is ergens hoor, een beetje.
Kijk, dit is een sneak.
Dat was een teaser, ja.
Dat is een teaser. Dat is wat ik bedoelde.
Ja.
Staat er Oracle?
Oh, you big
Oracle.
fools. I don't quite know.
Staat is het grote Red Bull van de zijkant af? Wat krijgen we nu weer?
Was that new logo on the side of the car. Joining us to find out more about this partnership, we welcome team principal and CEO Christian Horner and marketing officer Ariel Kelman. This is a very exciting collaboration.
Lekker stroopwafeltje erbij, jongens.
First of all, do you want to explain to the fans what this means for them?
Well, this is Oracle stepping up to become title partner, so it'll become Oracle Red Bull Racing, which is tremendously exciting because we get to utilize the suite of tools and specialist services that Oracle have. They're going to help us trackside. It's going to help us, with our
Primeurtje, jongens, primeurtje.
program. It's going to help us, with all aspects of what we do, and of course the new powertrains, business as well. So we're delighted with this partnership and really excited for what it brings, particularly for the fans and the experience we'll be able to offer.
Exactly. Ariel, so thanks for joining us, first of all. You were a partner last year in 2021. This year you're a title sponsor. How is that going to change things this year?
Well, we've had a tremendous experience with the team over the past year, and what we were really focused on is learning and trying to understand all the ways that a Formula One team needs the best technology.
Maar dat Oreco was toch eerst dat is toch een sponsor die Perez heeft meegenomen?
And so how on the
I don't know.
How is
Ja, dat dacht ik altijd.
with the team?
There's been a number of areas that we've explored.
Nee, volgens mij
One
niet.
of the more interesting ones for the past year is around race strategy simulations.
Up
using our
next.
cloud infrastructure platform, the team has been able to run literally billions of simulations for every race weekend to explore the optimal strategy based on what's unique about that race. So it's been great, and we're looking to enhance that even more going forward by adding a number of really interesting machine learning and AI projects to try and automate things that previously were pretty manual.
So Christian, from your side of things, going back to the data, how is it going to help the team leveraging all that data for you?
Well, data is our lifeblood. So, technically being able to tap into all the tools that Ariel's just mentioned, is of tremendous value for us as we're a data-hungry, business, but also for our fans to be able to provide, a better platform, a better experience. It's going to be, fantastic for us and something we're really looking forward to.
Wonderful. And Ariel, so how is this going to affect the fans in the paddock with the Red Bull digital loyalty program? How is it going to enhance their experience this season?
Yeah, this paddock experience is great, and I highly encourage those of you who haven't signed up already to go check it out, because it's a great place to be able to get really unique content, gear, and experiences. And we're going to be adding more and more personalization and some special things that you're just going to have to check out to see.
Oh, ik ben niet helemaal live.
Ariel, thank you for joining
Shit,
us
man.
in the unveiling of the Oracle title partnership with Red Bull Racing for 2022. Great to see us enhance that partnership. Let's hope it continues to bring you plenty of success in the upcoming season. Cheers, guys.
En titels. Oeh.
Christian, the team had an unbelievably intense, full-on season in 2021. First of all, have you recovered?
Just about. I mean, it was a hell of a season, and so intense from the first race all the way through to that final in Abu Dhabi. In many ways, it seems like
Hey, dat is een mooi helmpje.
It already seems a long time ago.
Yeah, it's come around fast. How are you going to top that in 2022?
Well, I think 2021 will go down in history of one of the all-time great years. I mean, I can't remember a year like that in Formula One where it was so close between the two drivers from the very first race to the very last. The challenge is now to build on that. Now we have that number one on the car, is to keep it on the car and defend that title,
Yes.
with Max, which with a brand new set of regulations is going to be, incredibly
Maar Perez had zijn helm toch nog niet laten zien.
Competition out there, but motivation is sky high, and we're riding on the crest of a wave from last year.
Yeah, so what can you pinpoint from last season? Have you got one or two things that you can pinpoint that you're going to take into 2022?
Well, you can always learn, you're always improving, you can always learn from previous experience, but of course with a complete new set of regulations, it's going to be all about the development, how quickly the teams get on top of this set of new regulations. The biggest regulation change for probably 30 to 40 years in Formula One. So development.
Oh, ze hebben de naam van het Red Bull Racing kanaal ook gewoon gelijk aangepast, hè? Nu heet het al geen Red Bull Racing meer, maar Oracle Red Bull Racing.
Maar mij staat er nog gewoon Red Bull Racing.
Ja, bij mij staat er nu Oracle Red Bull Racing.
Maar ik ga hem niet verversen, stik.
Je loopt achter.
Ja, dat klopt, dat zag ik. Zo, kijk eens. Ja, hier zie ik het wel inderdaad. Het logo is ook gewoon gelijk aangepast.
And looking forward to seeing it out on the track in anger.
We're gonna look at it a bit more in detail later on, but what are the main changes that the fans out there should look for?
Basically everything, because with the new regulation change, the whole philosophy of the regulations has altered from last year. So that means that every single component is brand new this year, and
ja, jongens, alles is gloednieuw.
With it being designed to make overtaking hopefully easier, the cars easier to follow each other. That's changed the whole philosophy, of how we design these cars. So it's a steep learning curve. It's steep for everyone, and it's a race of development between first race and the last race.
Exactly. Let's talk about the team, the guys. I mean, how has their bond grown over the season? Checo obviously had a fantastic season, his debut season with the team. How have they grown as a partnership?
Well, they grew throughout last year, and you saw the culmination of that in the teamwork in the latter races, particularly in Abu Dhabi. And, you know, Checo in his first year, winning that race in Azerbaijan, you know, other podiums. He's going to be, you know, stronger and taking a step up, I'm sure, in 2022. And for Max, I mean, he was just phenomenal last year, and an outstanding season for him. You know, he dominated the amount of laps led, you know, at 10 Grand Prix victories. And of course the World Championship. So his confidence is going to be sky high and looking to build on those performances in 2022.
You must have been massively proud of them last year. You can kind of feel that sometimes with you three together. You see how proud you are watching on.
Well, I think the most important thing was we really worked strongly as a team, and to see the two drivers working and supporting each other, to see the strength and depth that we have in the team, the way that they coped, you know, through the pandemic, to continue to develop, you know, the car the way that we did, and to deal with the challenges that we faced last year has really galvanized the team. And I think that we go into 2022 in great shape and are looking forward to, you know, the season ahead.
Nog een sneak peek. Oeh. Voorvleugeltje.
Nou, het gewoon voorvleugels, jongens. Go Lion! Oh, wat zien we? Oh. Dat is mij weer een kleine sneak peek hoor.
Really starting to take shape now. So just before we do get a final look at the new car for 2022, I think it's time to catch up with the men who are tasked with taking it to the checkered flag. Please welcome to the stage.
Nog steeds geen pet review.
Gents, hello. Hello. Start with you. Congratulations.
Oh, ik wil die rug zien.
This season as the reigning champion.
Ik zag zieke dingen op de rug staan.
Still any different?
Not really.
Nah.
No, I'm just looking forward to get back in the car and start driving it. You know, to see how everything is handling. Yeah, had a good bit of time off and recharge to go driving again.
Very nice, very nice. Checo, you had a brilliant debut year. Of course, Azerbaijan, huge highlight for you. How would you sum up your first year with the team?
Yeah, it was an intense season, you know, getting up to speed with the new team, especially the team that was fighting for the championship since race one, so there really no time for any adaptation. It was straight into it. It was really challenging, but very enjoyable, you know, we gave it all until the very last lap of the season.
Yeah, amazing.
Nou, dat kan je wel zeggen, de laatste rondje van het seizoen.
Quite a short amount of time to recharge.
Ja.
Both of you.
Zo.
How are you feeling then going into 2022?
Well,
Maar kijk, voor mij staan echt zieke dingen op de rug.
Car. So personally, I feel good. I mean, what is important is that you prepare yourself in the best way possible physically.
Er staat ook naast het Pirelli logo.
Is met 150 of zo.
That's why I think I'm also very curious to see how the car is behaving on track.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, we'll get to that in a second. Checo, how about you?
Feels like we were in Abu Dhabi yesterday, but in the other hand, I'm so excited to start a new season. You know, we're already working a lot with the engineers, and we just cannot wait to be on track. You know, with these new cars, and we're starting from zero, all of us.
Yeah. How are you approaching this season, then, Max? Are you doing anything different? Do you feel a bit more pressure or anything like that?
No, I mean, I just do what I do all the time. I think there is no reason to suddenly be different. And of course, as a driver, now with the new regulations, you have to, you know, get used to the car. It's not like you just jump in and it's just an upgrade from last year. So that is going to be the biggest adaptation, but the rest, yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. COVID's been a bit rubbish, hasn't it, over the last couple of years, but looking forward, new races. What race are you most looking forward to then, Checo, next season?
Yeah, well, most of them, you know, I think just to be back to normal things, you know, to have more interaction with the fans, be able to, feel more their support.
Sowieso de krant van Spa.
That's something I'm definitely looking forward to.
Nou kijk, ik in ieder geval het meeste naar uit.
Kijk uit naar Miami.
Restricted in the last couple of years, so yeah, looking forward to that. And
Ja, die O in Mobile One is nu rood.
Formula 1 is growing so much.
Dat was niet
Wow.
zo.
Ja.
I'm looking forward
Very,
to
very.
all of them, really.
Ja, alle details moeten altijd gezien worden, hè, jongens.
What a race that was. The fans.
Ja, ik zag het al, maar ik dacht ik zeg het maar niet.
Nou, voor mij, ik zag het ook al een tijdje, maar ik dacht, ik benoem me even.
The highlights for me in
Up next, RB18 final review!
looking forward to see what we can do there again.
Key
Hopefully they will be
changes.
just as crazy as they were last year.
Zijn we er klaar voor, jongens?
Also, you know, like new
Ik denk dat het ook dichtbij komt, ja.
Interesting, you know, Miami. Let's see how that is going to turn out.
We weten dus al dat er hoogstwaarschijnlijk Oreco op de achterkant staat. En dat de motor cover, eentje een cover heet dat, dat daar nog steeds die rode stier op staat met een beetje geel.
Ja.
Dat is het nu het enige wat we nog weten.
Get a chance to kind of have a look around. Yeah, I mean, you do pick up things. I mean, in a qualifying lap, you know, naturally a little bit less because you have to focus a bit more. But like during a race, it also depends if you're a bit on your own. You know, there are a few more distractions and you can look around a bit. But if you're a bit more under pressure, naturally not as much.
And how special is it at the end of the race then to say be the race winner and to go around and just see the fans going crazy?
Yeah, that's a very special feeling, you know, to be able to see your fans,
Checo.
the support you're getting at track, the atmosphere, you know, you feel it a bit more.
Yeah. Right. What's your perfect track? What makes a good track for Max Verstappen?
Fast corners.
Yeah.
Zandvoort.
Nothing like it.
That's where an F1 car comes to life.
Qatar.
Those speed corners, any car can do that quite well, but
Oh, daar gaan we voor mij dit jaar ook weer heen, toch? Qatar. Die heeft voor mij echt een 5-jarige deal of zo.
Nee, volgend jaar.
Oh, dit jaar niet?
And finally then
Nee.
Ah.
Dit jaar is de World Cup.
Final, boys. Final question.
Too good racing, you know.
Ja. Achter. Oh, de timer, jongens!
Krijg een countdown.
It's the final countdown to the road. Copyright.
And for the fans, you know that we can give them great entertainment, great
The hype.
racing. And
Nog 40 seconden, jongens.
Max.
yeah, just getting to know.
Het gaat om duizendste, jongens. Het gaat om duizendste.
So I'm
Ja.
looking forward to that first.
Ik vind het mooi, dus maar die ene blijft gewoon de hele tijd op 1 staan.
Thank you guys.
28, 27, 26.
No doubt desperate to have a look at the new RB18. You've been following the
Nog 20 seconden.
which Tag Heuer kicked off last week with the reveal of the stunning new Tag Heuer
19,
Red Bull Racing
18,
Formula 1 edition.
Ga maar niet tellen, je loopt echt 5 seconden achter.
Modeling very nicely there.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Daar komt ie, jongens. Komt ie. Ik wilde... Oeh. Je ziet nog niet echt dingen. Oh, daar... Ik ben toch zo hyped. Ah, die
Ze
banden.
zijn die hype aan het opbouwen.
Oh, de 33. Wat krijgen we nou weer? Dat is nummer 1, joh.
Hier het nummertje.
Startnummer... Kijk!
Ah ja.
Oh, daar is hij! Oh!
Dit is hem.
Dit is hem, hoor, jongens. Dus heb ik dus... Ga dat hoekje hier zo om, joh. Ait.
Wow.
Oeh. Ziek. Daar is hij.
There it is. Oh, thing of beauty. Absolute beast, isn't it? I mean, the first thing I've got to say though, Max, can't help but notice the number 1 on the front. What was the thinking behind that this season?
It looks better than 33.
Good answer.
I like it. It's certainly a different beast, isn't it? It's, you know, this year the cars for 22, they're going through
Er staat Oracle op de...
in recent years, so much different to certainly the Red Bull soapbox karts that we normally commentate on, but the other cars, the classics behind us. Can we take a closer look?
Yeah, sure.
Come on then.
Come on, let's get down there.
Closer look, boys. Geen bargeboard, vind ik ook wel mooi.
Then, Christian, talk us through some of the biggest changes.
Well, the biggest change obviously is from a regulationary point of view. The car is a lot cleaner. There's not all the added bits that were on last year's car. The whole concept of this car is to try and promote overtaking and close racing. So it's a new concept.
Ik moet zeggen, nu ik hem zo zie... Ja, maar dat wisten we wel. Nu ik hem zo zie, krijg ik toch wel een beetje de F2 gevoelens hoor.
Ja. To kind of transfer your skills, or does it take a while?
No, I think it takes a bit of a while until you are 100% with it. I think, you know, we have a massive change of regulations with the tires as well. They're going to be different. The racing, you know, apparently we're going to be able to follow it closely. So there's a lot of things that we as a driver have to learn as a team. So definitely very interesting these new regulations.
Christian, with all the new changes, it must be hard to kind of predict how the car's going to react really. What improvements or performance changes do you think there will be when it comes to overtaking and performance and things like that?
Well, because it's new regulations, it's going to evolve very, very quickly. I mean, I think by the time we get to the first race, the car's not going to look very much like this. And I think the evolution will be very, very quick as we progress through the season.
Max, how have you been finding this car, or the new car in the simulator? Has it been a lot of difference from last year?
I haven't really driven it too much, but yeah, for me actually the biggest thing is just the view in the cockpit with these big tires. Like, to hit an apex in some tight corners is a bit more difficult. The driving, I mean, it just feels like the car has a bit less grip, but you will get used to that. That's why we have the practice days. You can get used to the sliding and locking and stuff like that. But I think, you know, it should be fine. It's just getting a bit more used to the view in the cockpit.
So it literally affects your view to the higher tires.
The tires are bigger, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, we're running bigger wheels, but also the tires increase, so that will make it a little bit more tricky.
You've not had a great deal of time, have you, since Abu Dhabi to kind of turn around and get practicing? How excited are you going in to this new season?
Well, look, it's always exciting to go racing again. I mean, 2021 was such.
Die voorvleugel gaat gewoon letterlijk zomaar door dat neusgedeelte heen. Het zit er niet meer onder geplakt, het gaat er nu gewoon doorheen.
The start of a new season to see, you know, where do we fare compared to our, you know, competitors.
Have you missed these guys a bit?
It seems like only yesterday since I last saw them, but you know, hopefully they've you know, sobered up after, you know, the end of last year and a good Christmas.
Ziet er prima uit, vind ik.
You know, they're looking fit.
Ja.
So that's important.
Raring to go.
Er zijn hier en daar wat dingen veranderd.
Now, for all of you watching at home, you have the chance to find out even more about the new RB18 car as we get even deeper into finding out what this season's car is all about.
Yes, but before all of that, on behalf of all of us, I think it's only right to say a huge thank you to you guys for joining us, Max and Checo. And again, I think I speak on behalf of everybody. We're really looking forward to seeing you guys put down some blistering laps in the new car.
Yeah.
So best of luck.
Thank you.
Die nummer 1 is al ziek.
Oh, Maarten.
Nog even een maandje wachten.
Formula One, of course, is known for its very loyal fans that travel the world supporting the team.
Nou jongens, een car review hebben we.
Last year, the sport will have seduced a load of new
Oké, we kunnen ermee stoppen. Nee, grapje.
Have come in that will affect the car and the performance of the car.
Well, it's the biggest rule change that we've seen in the last 30 years. So everything about the chassis has changed for this year. So the purpose of the change in the design is to allow the cars to follow each other more closely and to create better overtaking opportunities, to create closer wheel-to-wheel racing. Now, we saw plenty of that last year, so if we get that even closer through these regulations this year, it's going to be an epic season.
It's going to be exciting, isn't it? So the FIA, they decide the changes, and then every team has the same template to start, and then you can kind of work your magic through the season. How do you do that and still stay within the regulations?
Well, the FIA is the regulator. They come up with a massive rule book. They consult the teams whilst creating that rule book. You've got technical regulations, you've got sporting regulations, and now we've got financial regulations. And of course, once you've got those technical regulations, basically it gives you a bunch of parameters you can work within. And the creative guys, the design team then look about, okay, how can we optimize the shape and the performance of this car within those rules to come up with the fastest car that we can possibly produce.
Where do you start? Is it the graphics guys go first? Does everybody get super excited on what needs to be included?
No, the graphics guys see it last. So the guys that are involved very early on is a concept team, and so aerodynamics is everything in Formula One. The shape and the way that the air flows over these cars is crucial to their performance. So you have an early team that starts to look at those regulations, and then as the year progresses, more and more of the core team move across onto the future car. And because it was such a big regulation change, that process had to happen a lot earlier last year.
You're allowed to kind of tinker all through the season, are you? At what point do you have to stop playing, or do you never stop?
Well, the car is a prototype, and basically at every race it's evolving. It'll probably never run in the same configuration twice, so it's just constantly evolving. Now, we have to do that within a framework of the financial regulations. So we've got to be really choosy on where are we going to spend our money to develop, this car this year.
One of the big changes, it certainly jumps out at you, it's the bigger wheels. How do you see that affecting things, speed, or certainly the pit stops maybe?
Yeah, it's definitely going to have an impact on the pit stop. The tyres and the wheels are heavier, they're more bulky. And so, having got the world record at 1.82 seconds, I don't think we're going to be challenging it in this first year with these wheels, but it's going to be about adapting and, refining our techniques. And I'm pretty sure we can get close to 2-second stops even with these wheels and tyres.
Brilliant. Just maybe the guys might have to beef up in the gym a little bit.
Definitely.
Get them in there. Get them in there.
Christian, thanks. Best of luck for the season ahead, of course. It's going to be a very long 8 months of racing, and we hope that you will be celebrating with us again in November.
Was dit het?
Well,
Oh nee.
sadly,
Denk
that's
zo.
it for today. We hope
Jawel.
that you have enjoyed the 2022.
Nou jongens.
If you missed the start of the show,
Yeah.
head to Red Bull Racing's YouTube channel to watch from the beginning, or if you missed the hidden code in the show,
Wat vinden we ervan?
reveal.
Good one. The key word was hidden.
Come on.
There. Speaking of which, for more Oracle Red Bull Racing content, you can head online to the paddock. That's where eagle-eyed viewers can unlock all of the VIP experiences, exclusive merch, and autographed drivers' items.
It's there you'll be able to watch race highlights, read driver interviews, and get up close and personal with behind-the-scenes insight throughout the season.
Oh yes, all of that.
Dan zie ik allemaal 44'jes.
What the fuck?
Ja, ik zit ook te kijken, want ik word er echt depressief
Dat is een
van.
vies woord.
To the boys for the first race in Bahrain, which is just a few weeks away. Hasn't that come around quick?
Dan gaan wij een Mercedes-ding gewoon alleen maar inspammen.
To November.
Ja, en 11.
Ja, geen grap.
See ya.
Zeker, zeker.
Hi.
Nou jongens, dat was hem dan!
Yeah.
Yeah. Kijk, en natuurlijk echte YouTubers. Die gaan uiteraard ook nog eventjes naar Racing 365, weet je wel, want ik heb al een beetje op mijn telefoon concluren. Ja, 3265, dat is een nieuw, weet je wel.
Ja.
Kijk!
Dan gaan we even een grote analyse doen.
Oh. Een hele, ja, Fireplay! Oh ja, dat is mooi. Oké, nou jongens, hier is hij dan. Kan niet net iets groter. Red Bull Racing.
Ja! Red Bull Racing.
Zo.
Nou, kijk of de nieuwe merch online staat.
Ja, precies. Dat kunnen we ook nog eventjes gelijk. Eens even kijken hoor.
Dat is natuurlijk wel poggers.
It's launch day!
Ja, nu staat er al gewoon replay event. Ja, vind ik mooi.
Car shop! FIFA Mexico, charge on. Oké, voor mij nog niet.
Ja, het staat erop. Charge on in 2021. Oh, nee.
Ja, en het is 2022.
Ik ben echt heel erg blind. Yes, come on.
Pet! Ja, deze willen we. Ja. Niet op voorraad, wat een verrassing.
Niet op voorraad. Ta. Ik heb hem wel.
Kijk, dit is mooi jongens. Wat mooi. Oh, we gaan even.
For me, that is exactly
Maar dit hebben we nodig. Sowieso love it, man.
They still had the thing where there's not really a proper side pod that I didn't like.
Ook wat moet die stream wel afsluiten. Zo. Red Bull Car Lounge. We kunnen even zo een beetje kijken.
Max, how have you been finding this car or the new car in the?
Ik wil gewoon een goede afbeelding. Red Bull 2022 car. Dan krijgen we het sowieso wel, weet je. Is dit hem? Nee. Hier zo. Kijk. Wel iets groter als het mag.
Druk erop. Je moet op klikken. Ja, klik. Hey. Oh.
Het is voor me een beetje hetzelfde als waar ik net zat.
Je kan toch gewoon die ding aanzetten en op pauze zetten.
Oké, zo is het wel goed. Eens even kijken. Nou, we hebben hier zo de eerste foto. En nou boys, wat vinden er een beetje van?
Ja.
Saai.
Ja.
Ja.
Ja. Ja, niet zo heel erg veel bijzonders. Net zoals vorig jaar een beetje. En de afgelopen jaren.
Dus dat Oracle wat hier zo nu staat is op zich wel lauw.
Ja, maar daar ben ik dan niet zo heel erg hyped over als ik heel eerlijk moet zijn. Ja, dat is leuk hoor, maar...
Nee. Ik had iets meer verwacht enigszins.
Nou,
Dus zeg maar, oké, laten we dan over... laten we dan over de haas.
Ja, laten we de haas gaan reviewen.
Ja, deze is
Zullen we dat
leuk.
even gaan doen. Die vind ik ook heel erg mooi.
Ja, de haas is wel echt mijn favoriete auto.
Ja.
Maar we kunnen wel eventjes, wat vinden we van de vorm jongens van de auto? Dat kunnen we op zich wel, wat vinden we van de vorm?
De vorm?
Ja, dat is
Ja,
een hele andere vorm dan eerst.
Thick.
Ja, bro.
Damn, boy, he thick.
Hij heeft dezelfde vorm als de haas, man. Ik ga je eerlijk zijn.
Ja.
Ja, vind ik eigenlijk ook wel, ja.
Dat vind ik wel een big brain hoor je. Maar zeiden ze al dat waarschijnlijk de auto er wel anders uit zou gaan zien. Maar jongens, ik denk dat dit een stream was.
Ja.
Het was een stream.
Dus dan mensen.
Een podcastje.
Morgen komt de podcast online, zeker luisteren. Dan was dit de stream. Dus dan zeg
Zullen
ik...
we nog een video maken met de beste liveries en dan gaan we ze even allemaal ranken.
Ja, of een podcast of video kan allebei. Nou jongens, ik hoop dat jullie het leuk vonden. En ik zie jullie de volgende keer weer hè. Jongens even hier in you.
You. Helemaal fantastisch. Gezellig.